Let's revisit the steps we took to get to this point. Our approach to sustainable design for this project begins with site inventory. We studied the site microclimate, sun exposure, wind, soils, views, existing vegetation, and circulation. This is an essential step to successful design. Using this information, we drew in a new walkway to the front entry and defined 5 hydrozones based on the microclimate and soil characteristics. Once the hydrozones are laid out, we moved to plant selection. Plants were selected based on their sunshade tolerance, soil preference, as well as their aesthetic appearance, habitat value, and form once they mature to full size. The hydrozones then guided our choice of plants based on their moisture needs and tolerance of sun or shade. Beginning with the placement of major landscape elements, trees, and larger shrubs, we continued to select smaller shrubs and ground cover until we had a design that will provide layers of color and texture throughout the year. Once we had the final design, we selected our contractors and got to work on the demolition. We knew we would have to kill off the turf grass to avoid having it become a nuisance in the new landscape, so we devoted some time to allow us to complete 2 grow-kill cycles before proceeding with the demolition. From here on, the construction went smoothly, starting with the rough grading, concrete work, rocks, and irrigation. We soon had all the hardscape elements in place. Then came the time to plant and finish up the irrigation.
Susan, we're just about finished all the planting here. Now the mulch is in, and let's review the planting, what we have over here in this hydrozone here.
Yeah, this is really fun to see. You know, in this hydrozone here, we have the wall
The fence,
there,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
the fence that we want to kind of have some sort of larger impact on,
Mm-hmm.
and we have the valves here. So we want to do something. We have the heteromelies, the toyon here, which will be beautiful. It will come over to the neighbor's yard a little bit, but I don't think they're going to mind.
I don't think they will.
Yeah, it's so gorgeous and so great for birds. And then the garrya, the silk tassel, is a wonderful plant that has these long inflorescence and just absolutely beautiful. So we have some height built into this area just to kind of bring it down then to the lower areas. And we also had to work with the fact that this is shaded, you know, during the winter time and sunny during the summertime. And that's such a hard thing to do because plants actually prefer the reverse. So we had to be very particular about our plant selection. And so we have the berberis, the golden abundance, which is so gorgeous. It gets the red leaves when it comes this time of year. It gets red new growth, yellow flowers, blue fruit. The sources, of course, this is the red bud, and you can see that it's going dormant.
It's deciduous, yeah, so it loses its leaves. Yep.
So in the wintertime it loses its leaves, and then in the springtime, before it even leaves out, it has those brilliant magenta flowers.
Right. Yeah.
So it will, in the springtime, be really a focal point here.
Well, let's take a look over at the drier area over here where we have the new walkway.
Yeah, this, we can see that we used a different mulch. And we use the gravel mulch. This is a pea gravel, 1/4 inch. And so we use that in there a lot with a lot of pebbles. Are these like field rocks from the area? Or?
These are from the foothills, so
Yeah.
we've got pea gravel, and then this local stone
Yeah,
mixed together, which gives you a nice natural
Yeah, and that
cover.
works so well because most areas have, especially in Southern California, have some geological features that you can get, you know, local stone.
Yeah.
And it really works with the site, and so it makes it really nice. But in here, I think, Well, I'm interested. What do you guys think of this transformation?
Oh, it's
We
fantastic.
Absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Really,
Just amazing.
even though things haven't grown in yet, yeah, you have to have some imagination.
I'm just excited for them to grow a little bit and to start blooming this spring and to see them as they develop. But even the way it is right now, I love it.
Yeah.
It's such a transition from just a total grass lawn to now, you know, California native plants. And I agree with Crystal. Once this grows in and the color starts to pop and everything, it's going to look fantastic.
Yeah.
It's going to be incredible.
I've just been blown away by this. It's just so beautiful, and I can just envision, you know, the end result. And I know that it's thanks to you,
Yeah, thank you.
a lot of it for getting this in. So, what do they need to look at now as far as the care?
Well, right now we're kind of in a transition period where we have to like watch the plants closely. We've had a small little problem come up where the drip system is not adequately getting the root balls wet, so we're going to have to do a little hand watering. And we did increase 30% on the smart controller.
Okay.
I'll watch that really closely for the next 30 days or so and start teaching you guys a little bit about maintaining native plants.
Okay.
And one nice thing about the native plants is you don't have to do hardly any pest control for your maintenance. You don't have to do hardly any fertilization at all. What do you think? Fertilization, not too much?
Generally not, yeah. Unless you see some real problems, we don't recommend any fertilization.
Okay.
Yeah.
And
Well,
they're
that's good.
generally pest-free.
I like that, low maintenance.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh yeah, very low maintenance. And we've tried to put them in so that the ultimate size will be appropriate for where they are. So
Right.
it's not going to be a lot of pruning. You know, you don't have things that are going to be overgrown and that you have to continually cut back. So, yeah.
No, it's definitely different. I like the two different areas to where you have more of the rock and arid area, and then it gets into more like, I guess, what do you call it, California lowlands? Or
Well, it's like a woodland area.
woodland area?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and it's dominated by your oak, and so we're going into some of the plants that would be, you know, associated with that oak. Yeah.
Yeah, it's neat. It's very different. People already drive by and stop and look.
Oh,
and,
I bet.
and
I
they
bet.
back up and they look again, and so
Yeah.
everybody's I think they're pretty interested to see the transitions.
Yeah, well, I think in the springtime too, you'll have a lot of people maybe knocking at your door even and asking about your landscape.
Very well. Yeah, we're very pleased. Turned out fantastic.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm
Very excited.
Yeah, excellent job with it.
Thanks so much for joining us here on Getting Native. Next time, we'll do a yard in Long Beach, California. There'll be different plants to see and different methods employed. So look forward to seeing you then. Thanks again.